Hello and welcome to Numeristical, bringing you the picks of the day for Friday, August 2nd. It is 3:09 p.m. here in Portugal, which makes it 10 a.m. U.S. East Coast time, 7 a.m. West Coast U.S. time. Normally we start by reviewing the picks from yesterday, but we didn't have any picks yesterday. So we will go right into today's action, starting with the money lines. Here is the slate of games we're looking at for today. And scrolling down, the model is telling us to look at 3 home teams and 2 away teams. So first game we're going to take a look at is the Cardinals at the Cubs. The model says to take the Cubs if you can get minus 101. Current line showing is minus 105. Let's take a look at Wager Talk, see what we can get. Cardinals, Cubs. Let's click over to money lines. And wow, we're getting minus 102, but not minus 101. So again, people criticize me for this, but I like to follow the letter of the model. So I will not take this bet, although it's a very close call. Next up, Diamondbacks at the Pirates. Model likes the Pirates if you can get 107 or better. Let's take a look. Diamondbacks, Pirates, 107. Yeah, in fact, you see we're doing quite a bit better than 107. We can get 120. A couple different places, circa South Point. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take the Pirates plus 120. Next up, the Mets at the Dodgers. The model likes the Dodgers if you can get 104. I'm sorry, at the Angels. That makes a little more sense. Mets at the Angels, and the model is saying to take the Angels if you can get plus 104. Let's take a look. Mets at the Angels over here, 104. And yeah, in fact, you could see we could get as high as 122. So let's do that. The Angels plus 122. Next up, a couple visiting teams. The Blue Jays visiting the Yankees. Model likes the Blue Jays if you can get 155, which is probably a little bit of a stretch, but let's take a look. Toronto. And yeah, we're not going to get to 155. We can get as big as 142, but that's as good as we're going to do. So no bet there. And finally, on the money lines, let's look at the Rockies visiting the Padres. Model likes the Rockies if you can get 173, showing 154, so this again might be a reach. But the Rockies not quite getting to 173, getting as good as 165, but that's as good as we're going to get there, so no bet there. So on the money line, looks like we just got the Pirates at plus 120, Angels at plus 122. Let's move on to the totals. Here is the full set of totals for today. And scrolling down, the model is telling us to look at 2 underbets. So the first of the underbets we're going to look at is the Nationals Brewers. The point is 9.5. Model seems to bet at minus 152. So model thinks this is a very strong under. I looked at the weather. I didn't see anything crazy going on with the weather. So I'm not quite sure what the discrepancy is here. But let's go ahead and see what odds we can get at 9.5 Nationals Brewers. Click over to totals. And let's see, 9.5. Yeah, you can get minus 118 at 9.5 at DraftKings and Bet Online. So we'll go ahead and put that down. Brewers Nationals under 9.5. Brewers Nationals under 9.5. And the line we found again was minus 118. Okay, next. The Angels Mets. The point is 9. Model says to bet at minus 116 or better. Let's take a look. Angels Mets. Point is 9. Wow, we're even getting plus 110 here. So again, I don't know if there's some weather factor that I don't know about, but I'm going to go ahead and follow the model and say, yeah, it likes the 9 under. So we'll take the 9 under plus 110 here at Caesars. So let's mark that down. Mets, Angels. Under 9 at plus 110, not 9.5, 9 at plus 110. Okay, that's all we got for totals. Let's take a look at the spreads bets. Here's the full set of games and the probabilities of the various outcomes. And the model is telling us to look at 2 home teams. First is the Pirates again, against hosting the Diamondbacks. It says to take the Pirates plus the 1.5 if you can get minus 152 or better. Let's click over to spreads. So we get the Pirates, yeah, and we're getting better than minus 152. Kind of across the board, we're getting as good as minus 142 here at BetOnline. So let's mark that down. Pirates plus 1.5 at minus 142, was it? Let's check. Minus 142. And the model said one at minus 152. So we're good there. Next, Mets, Angels. Likes the Angels plus the 1.5 if you can get minus 144. So let's scroll down. Yeah, Angels plus 1.5 at minus 137 here at Circa. So let's do that. So the Angels plus 1.5 plus 1.5 at minus 137. Okay, so yeah, we got quite a few bets today after a slow day yesterday. Got 2 on the money line, Pirates, Angels. Pirates and the Angels at plus 120 and plus 122 respectively. For the unders, we got the Brewers, Nationals under 9.5, the Mets, Angels under 9. And then on the spreads, we got the Pirates again plus 1.5 and the Angels plus 1.5 at minus 142 and minus 137 respectively. That's what I got for today. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.